Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It is time once again for Mornings with the Leader Man, day 15 of the quarantine. I'm Chief Leader Adams, along with the Colonel, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Hey, good morning, Moore County. Good morning, unfortunate Aberdeen, as the failing pilot refers to you. Hey, it's a little gloomy outside, much like a communist Democrat's attitude. But, you hardy Republican, hardy conservatives, don't let that get you down. Head on out. Don't worry about those communists and enjoy the day. You can still get an apple fritter at Southern Angel Donuts.
All right. Don't forget, of course, this program is being heard and seen around the world on our live video stream. That's on right now at talk973.com. Talk973.com. Top middle of the page is where the link's located. Click on that, and that will get you there. If you're on your mobile device, you need your YouTube app. Fire that up, put Mornings with the Leader Man into the search, and we'll appear there. If you're just needing an audio stream only, that's easy to do also. It's available at our website at talk973.com. Upper right-hand corner of every webpage has the icon in the upper right-hand corner that says On the Air Listen Live. Click that once and you're listening that quick. And out there on the web, it's available with your streaming apps such as TuneIn, iTunes, or Streamer. You put WEEB into that search, and your results will appear at the top. Weather for us today here in the Sandhills area is going to be a wet one. 80% chance of rain today, cloudy with 62 for a high. Then tonight, still 80% chance of getting wet with a low of 44. Tomorrow, things start to clear up in the morning. It'll be starting out with a few scattered showers, turn partly cloudy, high at 58. That's more seasonable. Then Wednesday night, mostly clear, low of 45. Tuesday, sunny with 65. Thursday, sunny and 65. Friday, sunny and 69. Saturday, partly cloudy, 69. And Sunday, small chance of a shower, otherwise partly cloudy and 72. Right now, around the Sandhills, winds are north of 6. Visibility 10 statute miles. Pressure 2996. Dew point 32. Humidity 36. It's some light rain and 59 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All right, 35 past the hour on this Tuesday morning. And what has happened in our world, the coronavirus ways? Well, the governor's edict or proclamation, whatever you want to call it, is now in effect, where you can't go anywhere except for everything.
Yeah. Well, there's one or two things you can't do, but yeah.
Can't get your nails done.
Right. Can't
watch a movie.
Can't get a haircut.
Yeah. But that's about it, isn't it? Or eat-in dining.
Yeah, it's essentially what we've had going on here for the last 2 weeks. You can get takeout. You can, pretty much everything is essential except, again, some of the services that we mentioned, getting your nails. I know that's important to some people, but you'll have to wait.
Well, the president gave a little hope in that. First, he took it away. Said he had to extend the quarantine time, but gave back some hope by saying, hopefully we can be through with this by the end of April in many places.
Yeah. If we do it now, then, we don't have to extend it. So, make your best effort here.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little disappointed in the president because he has that, wartime production authority, and there was a rumor that he was going to have the New York Times, the Washington Post, and the Pilot turn over production to toilet paper. And then somebody, hey, boss, Mr. President, they already produced toilet paper. You don't need to do that.
Yeah.
So he backed off of that.
Well, he could have emphasized it. The only proper use of this paper is...
Yeah, well, you have your rolls delivered tomorrow.
Yeah. I know some papers will take up your old paper, shred it, and sell it back to you as mulch.
Yeah. Well, we used to have paper drives when I was a kid. Man, you go on a paper drive, we'd fill up tractors and trailers loaded with newspapers and magazines and stuff. That all went to the recycling plant, I guess.
Well, let's kick things off with the late night Unix broadcasting from home this week. See if they can get the Colonel to laugh.
Taco Bell announced that they are offering every American one free Doritos Locos taco. Experts are calling it not what we need during a national toilet paper shortage.
Egyptian officials are deep cleaning the pyramids before opening them back up to tourists. They need to do it every 2,000 years, like IHOP.
Meanwhile, over in Moscow, a citywide quarantine has been imposed where everyone will be tracked by a smart monitoring system, and residents will need permission to leave their homes, or as it's known in Russia, Monday.
The Utah Jazz has been cleared by the health department and are no longer at risk of infecting others. Now they can go back to just the regular isolation of being the only black guys in Utah.
Listen to this. According to a new study, the majority of medical marijuana is stronger than it needs to be for pain relief purposes. You can read more about the study in the Journal of American Narc Physicians.
Nothing funny there, sorry.
No, they kind of lost it.
Yeah, they all sound like they're talking into the 55-gallon drum or something.
Well, research scientist Jeremy Howard says wearing a mask while out in public could decrease transmission of the COVID-19 by up to 50%. Here he is from Nightline.
People should be wearing a mask from the data we've looked at whenever they go out in public. I've analysed 38 scientific papers that have looked at the relationship between using masks and the transmission of COVID-19 and similar kinds of viruses. And they all tell the same story, which is that wearing a mask can decrease transmission by up to 50%. So that could be enough to massively slow the spread of this disease.
Okay. Well, let's all go get a mask. Oh, you can't because somebody's hoarding them all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we can't make enough to fill back up the supply line.
Right, exactly.
The owner of the cafe in Melbourne, Australia, saw how many people were lined up for unemployment. And here's what I don't get. Yeah, a lot of people getting left, booted out because the stores can't stay open, like Macy's.
Right.
Dumped all their employees out there in the unemployment line, and so they could collect some benefits. But I thought they had a program where Macy's could keep them all on. The government would pay for it. Just saying. Anyway, so owner of a cafe in Melbourne saw how many people had been lined up on the unemployment line, so he went to his bank, took out $10,000, and gave everyone $100 to buy groceries. Here's that event.
I'm no legend. I'm just an ordinary Australian citizen looking to lend a helping hand. I thought to myself, you have food in the fridge for your children. I just went to the bank. They only gave me what I could withdraw, and I rocked up and I started at the back of the queue, worked my way through, and I covered everybody in the queue, everybody that was present at that time frame at Centrelink, and they even allowed me to go inside. You got to go to the supermarket, take a few bags of food home to your families this evening.
Well, that's nice of them.
Everything helps. 38-year-old Nick Brown was one of the first people in Ohio to get sick. He ended up in the ICU at Cleveland Clinic and was on life support for a while he was fighting the virus. His doctors and nurses wrote daily goals for him to read on a window in his room. And at the bottom they wrote, "We will get you home." Well, they kept their promise, and he's now recovered. But before he went home, he wrote a long thank you note on the same window and a photo of it's going viral. Cleveland Clinic posted part of the interview he did about it on YouTube.
Assumed I just had the flu. I'm from a rural area, and to be the very first patient to pick it up in a county that is rural as we are, I don't know how. how it happened. I was on full life support, so I had a ventilator. There was a time during this process where the hospital reached out to my wife and had to have the discussion about end-of-life options. And at the bottom, they wrote, "We will get you home." I don't know that I have ever seen such selfless people in my life. Just the ability to get back to the point where I could pick up my 2 little girls, hug them, and hug my wife. I feel like I've got a second chance at life.
Well, boredom has set in for some of us ever since the self-containment rules were put in place. But we thought Green Day would have a good take on things in our latest installment of Quran Tunes, another totally unnecessary song parody.
I sit around and watch YouTube and browse Amazon. I scroll through Twitter for an hour or 2. Another package of Thin Mints. It's been a week since I hit the gym. I feel like Farley in that skit with Patrick Swayze. Can't touch my face or rub my eyes. Don't wanna catch coronavirus. Stay indoors, hand sanitizer is your best friend. Now stay in isolation, maintain some separation. Good time for hibernation. I want a vaccination.
Well, that was just about as thrilling at the beginning as it was at the end.
Yeah. People are bored coming up with that stuff. Yeah.
Well, here's a very special message from women to men during the quarantine.
A female public service message about understanding. This is a time of patience, a time of caring for others, and a time for understanding. Understanding that millions of women can't get a regular appointment at the waxing salon. So guys, please be understanding that while we all go through this, you may see some irregular things like unibrow, sideburns, mustaches, cheek hair, mole hair, and truth be told, one area that may appear to be in dire need of a weed whacker. We're all animals. You should know that, you hairy apes. But hopefully soon, everything will be back to normal, and we'll get back in there and get all this unwanted hair ripped out by the roots. So in the meantime, please excuse that some of us will look like werewolves during a full moon. Thank you.
That makes you want to go jump on the waxing table, doesn't it?
Yeah, right. Oh, dear.
Well, everyone is saying that dogs must be loving life because the whole family is home 24/7. That's right. That might not be the case, though. Check it out.
Tonight on Dog Thoughts, Norman the Golden Doodle writes a Craigslist ad.
Looking to rehome my humans. This quarantine thing was nice at first, but now it's totally out of hand. These people are interrupting my nap time. Don't they know I don't want them here? And no, I don't want to go for another walk. They are very needy. Must go to a good home. Asking 500 snacks or best offer. Need them gone immediately. This is an emergency. So I can nap peacefully.
Don't miss the next Dog Thoughts with Norman the Golden Doodle tonight.
I know that dog.
Meanwhile, a married couple, let's get some married couple thoughts together, shall we? You know they're married.
And now today's episode of The Married Couple.
Honey, where's the remote?
Where did you leave it?
I don't think I had it.
You had it. I never have it. You always have it. King of the remote.
This is Pawn Stars.
Please find it. I hate this show.
Oh, here it is.
I got it.
Where was it?
It was next to my leg the whole time.
Oh, boy.
Join us next time for The Married Couple.
Yeah, Pawn Stars.
There's a viral video going around in England of a guy who dressed up as a bush so he could go out to his driveway and pick up packages during the quarantine. His neighbors filmed it, and they may be in on the joke because he's dressed up as a bush to prank people. He's done this in the past.
What is our neighbour doing? Reaching new extremes of how to sneak out. Neighbours out again?
Okay. Yeah, all right. A guy posted video of himself playing beer pong. Wouldn't be so special except he did it alone.
Oh.
He put a bunch of solo cups on a table next to a window and then bounced ping pong balls from the table to the window and back. When the ball landed in the cup, well, he drank from it.
Take 4. Hey! Haha, got you. All right, mate, let's get a reshuffle, please. 1 cup left, bro. What do you got? Let's do it. We are the champions.
Okay.
All right, he's having too much fun. Hope his beer holds out.
A cop in the UK pulled a woman over and found out she was, quote, endlessly driving around for no reason. She refused to go home, said she doesn't care about putting other people at risk, told him she'd do whatever she wants, and got arrested. Here's Carmen from South Park saying something relevant to this.
Whatever, I'll do what I want.
Yeah, well, she don't have to worry about going home now, so there you go.
Yeah, and she,
but it's odd.
She said,
Whatever, I'll do what I want.
It's odd to me that where was that? In England? You said it was UK.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I thought it happened over here. I was going to say, they're letting murderers and drug addicted criminals out on the streets, and then yet they'll arrest somebody like this and put them in jail. Absolutely makes no sense. Just like the. Just like the pastor down there in Florida, they arrested him for holding services. And, yeah, okay, how smart are you there, Mr. Sheriff, and wherever you are? What was it? It was in Orlando, Florida. And, you're letting all these criminals out because you're afraid they're all going to get infected, and yet you'll put somebody in jail who does that.
It's a good news to know even the smartest among us can be idiots every now and then. An astrophysicist in Australia named Daniel Reardon was bored the other day and wanted to come up with a necklace that would warn you if you were about to torch your face or touch your face. The idea he came up with involved a magnet or a magnetic field and some and some super strong magnets. Where's my glasses? And while he was messing up with them, he decided to clip the magnets to the outside of his nose just for kicks. He ended up in the ER after getting 4 magnets stuck in his nose and posted some hospital paperwork online to prove it.
Okay. What a knuckle.
That's when somebody in authority leaned over to him and said,
"Did you eat a lot of paint chips when you were a kid?" Why?
Yeah, there you go. Oh, dear.
And, Nancy Pelosi fought and held up aid to Americans by a week so she could get $25 million in that budget for the Kennedy Art Center.
And a few other things, not just that.
Yeah.
But a lot of wasted money there.
And then she turned around and let all the musicians go.
Yeah, Kennedy Art Center, hey, it's $25 million to keep all these people. Nope, we're firing them all.
Fired every one of them.
Good on them. What a bunch of knuckleheads. Steal the money. It's theft is what it is.
Well, 19 members of an orchestra in the Netherlands recorded Beethoven's Ode to Joy from their homes and then posted a finished version online. Welcome to the new recording studio. Well, it's a new trend where people park next to a hospital and flash their headlights and all at once to support healthcare workers. About 50 cars pulled up to a hospital in Oklahoma Friday night, and hundreds showed up at a hospital in Kentucky on Sunday. A reporter in Oklahoma talked about a few people who showed up, and a spokesman for the hospital said, hey, they appreciate it.
Just know that we're praying for them, we're thinking about them, we love them, we're supporting them however we can. It's just kind of a sad time for them.
That's just a big thing to ask someone to come to work like that and just to put your life in harm's way to serve other people.
They walk in not knowing what the day unfolds for them, and they just get ready and roll their sleeves up and care for their patients. It really is heartwarming and means a lot to all of our healers.
Meanwhile, some celebrities just never let a possible news story go to waste here. 38-year-old Nick Brown was one of the first people in Ohio to get sick. He ended up in the ICU unit at Cleveland Clinic, and he was on life support for a while. While he was fighting the virus, doctors and nurses wrote daily goals for him to read on a window in his room. And at the bottom they wrote, "We will get you home." Well, they kept their promise, and he's now recovered. But before he went home, he wrote a long thank you note on the same window with a photo of it that's going viral. The Cleveland Clinic posted part of an interview he did about all this on YouTube.
I assumed I just had the flu. I'm from a rural area, and to be the very first patient to pick it up in a county that is rural as we are, I don't know how it happened. I was on full life support, so I had a ventilator. There was a time during this process where the hospital reached out to my wife and had to have the discussion about end-of-life options. And at the bottom, they wrote, "We will get you home." I don't know that I have ever seen such selfless people in my life. Just the ability to get back to the point where I could pick up my two little girls, hug them, and hug my wife. I feel like I've got a second chance at life.
All right. And Suzanne Summers turned 75 in October.
Really? 75?
Of next year. And she wants one thing for her birthday: to pose nude for Playboy.
I would like to have Playboy. I would like Annie Leibovitz to shoot me nude for Playboy for my 75th birthday.
Playboy still published? I didn't even know they were still around. I thought they went.
I know they're online. I don't know if they have a paper.
Yeah, I guess online.
Yeah. And the one and only disgusting Chelsea Handler back in it while filling in for Ellen. Sean Hayes played a fill-in-the-blank game with Chelsea Handler. A couple of questions were, where was the craziest place Chelsea had ever had sex? And what would she name a marijuana strain inspired by her love? Chelsea also called Sean a terrible host. Here we go.
If I were to name a strain of marijuana after my love life, it would be...
Hit me, baby, one more time.
The craziest place I've ever had sex is...
Outside a cemetery. Yeah, in my defense, I was at a funeral. I wasn't at a funeral. Yes, I was.
The last illegal thing I did was...
Yeah, I mean, I'm always on the fence of illegal and legal. I'm learning that, you need to keep your hands to yourself and your comments most of the time. You're hurting people's feelings when you're not thoughtful and you're not considerate.
The next one is my therapist always tells me
to stop talking.
Actually, you're a dream guest because a lot of people are like...
Yes, no, yeah. Well, I wish you were a dream host.
What about that comment about keeping mean things inside?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Look, it's a work in progress.
Colonel didn't laugh on those.
You know who she sounds like when she laughs? Hillary Clinton. Yeah, real phony. That's right.
Yeah, have you ever seen her stand-up comedy routine? She always starts out by putting up a slide of herself nude. So everybody has now seen her.
Great.
Before she even starts.
Okay.
Probably she just doesn't come out naked.
Well, if she's listening, that may happen the next time around.
That'd be cruel and unusual punishment.
Yeah. Well, she's probably already thought about it. And somebody probably suggested she shouldn't.
All right. Let's see here. Don't really have enough time to do another soundbite. Not that these were any good. Hey, we're in the middle of a shutdown. It's hard to get things, nobody's talking about anything else. That's just it.
Yeah.
Okay, currently here in the Sandhills area, we got some scattered showers throughout the area. It's not a total washout out there. Winds are north from 6, visibility 10 statute miles, pressure 2996. It is 59 degrees. Here comes your news.
Showers will continue to spread in as we head into the afternoon and this evening. A few downpours cannot be ruled out as well. Look for those temperatures in the mid to upper 50s, even the lower 60s. And those showers will clear out as we head into tomorrow morning. Temperatures for tomorrow will be on the cooler side in the mid 50s, even the lower 60s at times. We are likely to see partly cloudy conditions move in. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sandhills, 97.3 FM, 104.1FM, and 990 PM, WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Sending out an SOS to healthcare workers nationwide.
If you don't have a healthcare crisis in your community, please come help us in New York now.
Governor Andrew Cuomo says his state could use 1 million more healthcare workers. Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf says he knows it's not easy to comply with stay-at-home orders.
But if we want to save lives, we must continue to distance ourselves.
In Louisiana, Governor John Bell Edwards extending his stay-at-home order through the end of April, and President Trump is defending his decision to extend federal social distancing guidelines through the end of next month.
Challenging times are ahead for the next 30 days.
In a Rose Garden press conference, President Trump invoked the dire projections that suggest even with strict adherence to the best mitigation practices, the coronavirus death toll in the U.S. could range from 80 to nearly 200,000.
All of them are moving in exactly the same curves.
White House Coronavirus Task Force Coordinator Dr. Deborah Birx says the data shows states that haven't seen a lot of cases yet can't be complacent.
May look like 2 cases today that become 20, that become 200, that become 2,000.
President Trump put it this way.
This is our shared patriotic duty.
Ben Thomas, Washington.
The government's point man on the coronavirus says COVID-19 could resurface in the fall.
In fact, I would anticipate that would actually happen because of the degree of transmissibility. However, if you come back in the fall, it will be a totally different ballgame of what happened when we first got hit with it.
Dr. Anthony Fauci says by then the U.S. will be in a better position to test, identify, and isolate the virus. Wall Street Dow futures down 67 points, S&P futures off 11, NASDAQ futures up 1.5. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Are you
a responsible person and find yourself growing deeper and deeper in credit card debt and you're not sure how to fix the problem? Then get ready for a toll-free number that will put you on a path to financial recovery. Trinity Debt Management is a non-profit organization that will consolidate your accounts into one easy-to-manage monthly payment, put a stop to late fees and over-limit charges, and reduce your interest rates by as much as 60%. You'll save thousands and become debt-free for keeps. It's not a loan. It's a smart way to relieve your stress, meet your obligations, and preserve your self-respect. If your debt has you down, we should talk. Gather up your bills and call this toll-free number for a free, no-obligation debt analysis. 1-800-990-6976. That's 1-800-990-6976. If you're in debt and you need help, call Trinity at 1-800-990-6976.
The UN warns the lives of many Congolese children will be destroyed unless the country's healthcare system receives urgent support.
The vast conflict-ridden Democratic Republic of Congo is struggling to cope with 5 deadly diseases: malaria, measles, cholera, coronavirus and Ebola. Last year, 16.5 million malaria cases were reported. Congo suffered the world's worst measles epidemic, which killed thousands of children under 5. And now there's COVID-19. There are fears of a catastrophe if it takes off. UNICEF has called on the government of this mineral-rich country to allocate more resources to the failing health system.
The BBC's Mary Harper. Ukraine's parliament voting to lift a ban on the sale of farmland. It could allow the country to get $8 billion in aid from the International Monetary Fund. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. The coronavirus continues to pummel the U.S. economy. Today, another example of the pandemic's economic impact.
3 major U.S. retailers, Macy's, Kohl's, and Gap Incorporated, have announced they are furloughing workers because of the coronavirus pandemic. Macy's, which began temporarily closing stores March 18th, says it will furlough most of its 125,000 employees and transition to an absolute minimum workforce. Kohl's will furlough 85,000 of its 120,000 employees. Gap will furlough nearly 80,000 employees across all brands, including Banana Republic and Old Navy. I'm Mike Gracia.
Chinese tech giant Huawei says 2019 sales up 19% over a year earlier, despite U.S. sanctions that hampered its smartphone network equipment businesses. The company is embroiled in a series of disputes with Washington. The Trump administration says Huawei is a security risk, an accusation the company denies. More on these stories at townhall.com.
On the line with us, a great friend, Rodney Swarms with the Plumbing Night. Rodney, it's 2020 already, and once again, you're giving back to the community by teaching classes on the plumbing trade. How is that going?
Steve, thanks for asking. As I've said before, the class has been a real success. It's hard to believe, but we have just been approached in our scheduling to talk to 3 middle schools in this area about plumbing. Unbelievable.
Now, Rodney, you're not suggesting that you are teaching a college course to middle school students, are you?
No way, Steve. I joined the Army when I was 17 and came to the 82nd Airborne Division over in Fort Bragg. That's actually how I got to Moore County. After that, I worked at UPS. I was a driver for 6 years. I've been driven with a passion to serve for a long time, and I actually met a close friend of mine, Eddie Ingram, and I was introduced to the prestigious profession of plumbing.
So, Rodney, let me ask, did you grow up wanting to be a plumber?
It was a combination of my passion to serve and my love for plumbing that later created the Plumbing Night.
For all your plumbing needs, call the Plumbing Night at 639-5555, day or night, or on the web at theplumbingnnight.com.
Serving more people, more places, 24/7. If your AC breaks down, we'll restore your indoor heaven. Installation or repair, one call will be there. It's your family, don't delay. Comfort's just a call away. We're Comfort Services. Comfort Services.
You've heard the comment, save your energy. Well, Comfort Services can save your energy bill and make your home more comfortable. Specializing in installation, HVAC, and comprehensive air quality services. Locally owned since 2003, Comfort Services is nationally certified and a Carrier Energy Expert dealer with highly qualified technicians. Go to ComfortServicesInc.com or call 910-695-2665 on Highway 5 next to Habitat in Aberdeen. 910-695-2665.
Comfort's just a call away. Comfort Services.
Aberdeen Prescription Shop is one of the best independent pharmacies. Despite the chain stores, customers prefer Aberdeen Prescription Shop for its personal service, drive-through window, and free delivery. All major insurance is accepted, including TRICARE. Order your prescriptions online at AberdeenRxShop.com or call 944-1313, 944-1313, or visit the Town and Country Shopping Center on US 1. Aberdeen Prescription Shop.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Donuts so heavenly you'd think they were made by angels. Southern Angel Donut Company is now open for your heavenly pleasure in Olmsted Village behind the First National Bank. And the angels are up daily at 3 a.m. making donuts the old-fashioned way, preparing holy taste bud delights like the maple bacon donut or their special apple fritters. And hey, Southern Angel Donuts make great business icebreakers because who doesn't like a great donut? Give Southern Angel Donuts a try today. Open 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily.
At Pool Automotive, being local and family-owned isn't just a title. It's the lifeblood of our business. The moment you walk into our Aberdeen showroom, you'll be treated like family. You see, we believe that all our guests deserve quality, reliable used vehicles, and we have the inventory and finance options to make it happen. When you buy a new vehicle, the second you drive it off the lot, it's already depreciated by thousands. Before you throw that money away, come to Pool Automotive and check out our huge selection of premium vehicles. We have high-quality, off-lease vehicles, most of which are one-owner cars with low mileage and remaining factory warranties. Something else we do to save you even more? We don't charge documentation fees. Yep, you heard us right. No doc fees here. Come in today, 500 South Sandhills Boulevard in Aberdeen, or call 910-637-0057 and experience the pool advantage.
NCN News. I'm Mike Rayleigh. State officials are stressing the importance of staying at home as the number of cases of COVID-19 continue to rise. At a virtual briefing for reporters, North Carolina Health and Human Services Secretary Mandy Cohen declined to predict a possible peak for cases in North Carolina.
We're seeing the number of counties that are experiencing COVID-19 go up every day. I expect to see COVID-19 in every county in North Carolina within the next couple of days, if not the week.
Some troubling new data on the coronavirus. More details from CBS News correspondent Chris Martina.
New data published in The Lancet finds hospitalization and death rates for COVID-19 increase sharply with age. Researchers took a look at patients from mainland China for the study and warned without intervention, the pandemic could overwhelm healthcare systems around the world.
Now with a look at what's happening in parts of the world hit by coronavirus, here's CBS's Vicky Barker in London.
India just reported its biggest spike in new cases despite a strict lockdown order that's left some of that country's poor without access to food. Japan is poised to close its borders to nationals from the U.S., Canada, South Korea, and most of Europe.
Public college campuses around the state will continue to provide classes by remote systems only through the summer. In speaking on a UNC Board of Governors conference call, system interim president Bill Roper said it is hope that the situation will get better.
It's our hope, our aspiration to be back to relatively normal operations by the fall term, but we need to have contingency plans in case that is not possible.
2 people were charged with murder after striking and killing a female with a car, then taking off Monday afternoon in Gaston County. Police arrested and charged 32-year-old Ashley Nicole Martin and 38-year-old Tabitha Lee Dingus. You're listening to NCN News.
From fuel to battery power, steel has been defining the future of outdoor power equipment for over 90 years. With hard-working trimmers, hedge trimmers, chainsaws, and more, Steel products deliver the power professionals need to conquer their workday. And with fleet discounts for qualifying customers, Steel delivers savings too. Steel is not sold at Lowe's or the Home Depot, always at a local Steel dealer. Real Steel. Find yours at steeldealers.com. Lowe's and the Home Depot are trademarks of their respective companies.
The Powerade State Games of North Carolina are coming this June to Charlotte. Registration is open for athletes of all ages and all skill levels in 26 different sports. The Powerade State Games feature 13,000 athletes and 700 teams. Don't miss out on the largest sports festival of the year. Visit PoweradestateGames.org today. Let the Powerade State Games begin. For more information, visit PoweradestateGames.org.
2 people were killed and 1 rushed to the hospital in a reported shooting in Johnston County early this morning. It happened in Clayton. Members of the Western North Carolina Farmers Market in Asheville are reminding everyone that they are open during the current pandemic. Organizers say the market falls under essential businesses and similar to a grocery store. Farmers and vendors say they are keeping up with local and state orders, adapting how they do business. Market manager Doug Sutton tells WLOS News in Asheville.
Growers are eternal optimists, so we hope and pray that, we'll get through this and we'll provide product like we've always provided for the public, because people can't go too long without food.
Yesterday, for the first time, the U.S. surpassed 500 deaths in a single day from the coronavirus. The worsening outbreak is prompting local leaders to ask for help.
Several rural state governors used a conference call with President Trump to sound the alarm about medical supplies. In audio obtained by CBS News, Montana Governor Steve Bullock says
we are one day away if we don't get test kits from the CDC.
The president praised the private sector.
10 companies at least making the ventilators.
Brady Scott is a respiratory therapist at Chicago's Rush University Medical Center.
So many people need the breathing machines that just simply haven't been manufactured yet.
President Trump showed off a new test designed to deliver results in just 5 minutes. Riley Carlson, CBS News.
Whole Foods workers are expected to stage a nationwide sick-out today.
The Whole Workers National Organizing Committee is urging workers today to send a message to Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos that they want hazard pay of double their currently hourly wages. At a time when everyone is staying at home, food delivery apps have become extremely popular, and the people who pick, package, and deliver the food have more leverage than ever to demand better pay and working conditions.
Mike Riley, NCN News.
It's going to be a chilly one for us as we head into the afternoon. Cooler compared to yesterday, with highs in the mid to upper 50s, even the lower 60s. Showers will gradually build in as we head into the afternoon, and this evening on and off periods of rain showers will be possible. We'll have to watch for a few pockets of downpours as we head into the overnight hours. Clearing will take shape by tomorrow morning with highs in the mid-50s and lower 60s. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
Right now, here in the Sand Hills area, we have some light rain and 59 degrees. The humidity 36%, dew point 32. Pressure 29.96, winds north of 6, and visibility 10 statute miles. 8:14, let's take a look at your Sand Hills news for this Tuesday morning. A man and woman faced multiple charges after police responded to a call concerning a suspicious vehicle in Carthage. Moore County deputies were alerted to the vehicle in the 100 block of River Daniel Road. After searching the vehicle, authorities arrested Suzanne Marie McRae Lira, 40 of Carthage, and Miguel Lopez, 45 of Aberdeen. Both suspects were charged with possession with intent to sell and deliver methamphetamines. The Moore County Health Department has reduced its hours due to the governor's statewide stay-at-home order. The new schedule goes into effect at noon Tuesday and lasts until April 30th. The Health Department's main building, located at 75 Pinecrest Avenue in Carthage, will open by appointment only for for vital records and women, infants, and children's supplemental nutrition programs on Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays from 8 to 4 p.m. And the prestigious Park Scholarship Program at North Carolina State University has named O'Neill Senior Naisha Kazia to the class of 2024. 40 scholars were selected among the 2,136 candidates, not only from North Carolina but across the nation and abroad. These students were selected based on outstanding accomplishments and potential in the area of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. The Park Scholarship is a 4-year scholarship currently valued at approximately $111,000 for in-state students and $205,000 for out-of-state students. And the Moore County Health Department was notified of another positive coronavirus test result on Sunday. Sunday's confirmed positive case was found to be unrelated to the previous 7 positive cases. Sunday's case was also marked as the second such case in Moore County attributed to community spread. Community spread means someone has been infected, but health officials aren't sure of where or how because they did not have a relevant travel history or exposure to another known patient with COVID-19. Instances of community spread emphasize the importance of adhering to a social distancing and basic personal control measures. That's your WEEB local news this morning from the Sand Hill Sentinel. And you can go online to sandhillsentinel.com for more information. It's 8:17, time for sports. Right here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB.
NCN Sports, I'm Josh Zack. Free agent safety Eric Reed is calling for an investigation and a revote in the NFL's recently ratified collective bargaining agreement. Reed says the Players Association inexplicably added language regarding disability payments after players narrowly approved the pact earlier this month. Reed's lawyers suggest the changes and lack of transparency means the pact should be invalidated. However, the NFL declined to comment, and the Players Association did not respond to a request for comments on Reed's calls for invalidating the contract, which runs through the 2030 season. The Panthers released Reed 2 weeks ago, just 1 year into a 3-year, $22 million contract that he signed in the last offseason. The coronavirus pandemic has had an unprecedented effect on sports, with all the major, amateur, and collegiate and professional leagues postponing or canceling competition. But it's not the first time. Anybody over 100 could tell you about 1919, the year without a Stanley Cup champion. After 5 games, the Montreal Canadiens and Seattle Metropolitans were tied. Yes, tied after 5 games. Game 4 ended in a scoreless double overtime tie. AP correspondent Dave Ferry says the Spanish flu outbreak forced the series to be canceled before a decisive 6th game could be played.
Canadiens manager George Kennedy offered to forfeit the cup to the Metropolitans, but Seattle coach and GM Pete Muldoon refused to accept it in a forfeiture due to the illnesses, and PCHA President Frank Patrick refused to allow Montreal to use players from the Victoria team. Montreal standout Joe Hall died 4 days later.
The inscription on the Stanley Cup showing the 1919 championship series reads, Montreal Canadiens, Seattle Metropolitans, series not completed. It was the only time in the history of the Stanley Cup that it was not awarded due to a no decision after the playoffs began. This is NCN Sports.
Did you know North Carolina ranks number 1 in the nation in the production of sweet potatoes and tobacco, and number 2 in hogs, turkeys, and Christmas trees? North Carolina farmers produce, grow, and raise over 80 different commodities. At Farm Credit, we appreciate the bounty provided by North Carolina's farmers. Through all seasons, from the mountains to the coast, remember to thank a farmer. Farm Credit, we're farmer strong. Visit us at farmcreditofnc.com.
Wearing a seatbelt saves lives. Every passenger, every seat, every time you get in the car. So don't forget to click it or ticket today. The Click It or Ticket program is brought to you by the Governor's Highway Safety Program, a division of the North Carolina Department of Transportation, and is dedicated to promoting highway safety awareness to reduce the number of traffic crashes and fatalities in our state. Always buckle up, folks.
This message brought to you in partnership with the North Carolina High School Athletic Association. Visit nchsaa.org for more.
While there's some good news for Boston Red Sox fans, it does not come without some criticism.
In a time when hospitals are overstressed and beds are running short due to the coronavirus outbreak, some sports stars are still having elective surgeries. Boston Red Sox ace pitcher Chris Sale underwent Tommy John surgery Monday at a medical facility in Los Angeles. This comes after New York Mets star pitcher Noah Syndergaard had Tommy John surgery late last week amid outcries of preferential medical treatment for athletes during the outbreak. I'm Geffen Coolbaugh.
The news about Sale good because his surgery was successful. In more good news, Marcus Smart says he's been medically cleared after testing positive earlier this month for coronavirus. The Celtics guard had been in isolation since testing positive March 19th. The rest of the team, coaches, and staff tested negative for the virus after they came in contact with Smart. Josh Zack, NCN Sports.
When you're ready for your next painting project, there's only one place to go for high-quality products. JB Short Carpet 1 in Southern Pines carries premium Benjamin Moore paints for any type of project. Benjamin Moore offers unmatched color and durability, so color will last for years to come. And when you shop JB Short Carpet 1 in Southern Pines, you're not just improving your home, you're supporting a local business too. Benjamin Moore for everything that matters. JB Short Carpet 1, Highway 1 North between Southern Pines and Vass, or on the web at shortcarpet1.com.
April showers bring May flowers, but also tree limbs onto your power lines. If the power goes out at your home or business, do you have a backup plan? Well, the generator guys at Carolina Power and Generators can help you prepare for power outages this spring. Create your backup plan with a whole home backup generator. Already have a whole home generator? Ask us about our Guardian and Defender maintenance plans. Our extensive 35-point maintenance service meets factory requirements to maintain your warranty and keeps your generator running at its best. So, be prepared and call the Generator Guys at 910-241-4677 to schedule your free in-home assessment or visit GeneracNC.com. That's 910-241-4677 or GeneracNC.com.
Hello, I'm Pat McLean, and would like to welcome you to McLean Drug. McLean Drug is located at 735 South Bennett Street. We offer easy access, friendly, helpful service, drive-through pickup, and discount drug prices. And don't forget at McLean, we offer pet and equine prescriptions. So when we say make McLean Drug your one-stop shop for all your prescriptions, we do mean all.
McLean Drug at 735 South Bennett Street in Southern Pines for all your prescription needs. 246-9355.
Don't have a family member in the insurance business? Call us first. First Casualty Insurance Group. We represent over 3 dozen outstanding companies and can provide you with the right insurance at a cost that makes sense. Let's have a look. We'll do a top-to-bottom review and it won't cost you a cent. Your place or ours, there's no obligation. Get the coverage you need at a price that makes sense. Just call 910-692-8303. For over 30 years, our customers know where insurance is concerned, you should always think first. First Casualty Insurance Group, Southern Pines. 910-692-8303.
At Sand Hills Collision Center in Seven Lakes, we proudly serve all your automotive repair, auto body restoration, and collision repair needs. With our brand new state-of-the-art cheap straightening system and eco-friendly AmeriCure paint booth, you can rest assured that your vehicle, boat, or RV will receive top-notch repair and flawless paint jobs. And for all you aviators, we do aircraft body repair too. Sand Hills Collision Repair Center is veteran-owned and offers a 5% discount to our military family. We give free estimate and accept all insurance and self-pay. All our ATECs will provide superior customer service from start to finish because we are committed to quality and prompt expert service. Bring your automobile, boat, or RV by today for a free quote at 135 Village View Drive in Seven Lakes. That's just 2 minutes from the Food Lion on Seven Lakes Drive. Or call us at 910-673-AUTO. That's 673-AUTO. Sand Hills Collision Center, because you deserve the best. You already know about Little Dino's Great Subs, but they truly make some of the very best pizza in the Sand Hills as well. Pizza by the slice or whole pies. If subs is your preference, you won't find more choices anywhere else. That's why Little Dino's motto is more choices, more flavor. And it's true. At Little Dino's, you'll always eat fresh. So get off the chain gang and come to Little Dino's and check out their daily specials. Located in the Olmsted Village Shopping Center off of 211 in Pinehurst. Little Dino's, more choices, more flavor. Open 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily.
The Moore County Veterans Office in Carthage is closed to the public during the coronavirus shutdown. However, Veterans Office staff members are available to carry out many services by phone, fax, email, and mail. Veterans Office Director Jim Pedersen suggests that veterans who wish to file a new disability claim call the Veterans Administration main number at 1-800-827-1000. That's 1-800-827-1000. Ask to speak to a representative and request that they create an intent to file. This will ensure the earliest effective date for the claim. Once the intent to file is created, the remainder of the process can be completed at the local office. Veterans should then call the local office for information on how to proceed. Veterans and their family members may call the local local Veterans Office at 910-947-3257 for information on available services and assistance. Phones are answered between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Again, the number for the local Moore County Veterans Service Office is 910-947-3257.
Dale, how are things at Knollwood Fairways and Midland Country Club this year?
Well, Stuart, you know our motto is 9 is fine. Knollwood and Midland are the only two 9-hole golf courses in the Sandhills that are available to all golfers every day, and our all-grass practice tee at Knollwood continues to be very popular.
Do you give golf lessons at Knollwood?
Absolutely, Stuart. Our instruction and club fitting program with our 4 PGA professionals continues to grow every year. We love to teach all golfers, beginners, juniors, seniors, and ladies. Go to our website, knollwood-midland.com, to see what we offer. Our prepaid golf rounds and range balls are always popular. Plus, we have instructional packages, club fitting sessions, and a fully stocked golf shop. Knollwood and Midland is the place where quality and affordability meet.
Do you promise to love, honor, and cherish, forsaking all others?
I do.
I do.
And now, by the power vested in me, I now pronounce you roommates. Go forth and...
That's not the vow you took. But if struggles with CPAP have you and your spouse sleeping in separate rooms, growing apart, and feeling more like roommates than loving partners, it might be time to look into Inspire. Inspire is the only FDA-approved sleep apnea treatment that works inside the body with just the click of a remote. That's right, just a button. There is no mask or hose and no need to sleep in separate rooms. If you are struggling with CPAP, great sleep awaits at InspireSleep.com. That's InspireSleep.com. Inspire. Sleep apnea innovation. No mask, no hose, just sleep.
Talk to your doctor to see if Inspire is right for you. Review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone. Without going into a lot of detail, I want to tell you that my Houston police partner and I were involved in an extremely traumatic incident in which we witnessed a horrific injury to another cop. I not only did not expect that officer to live, but I was surprised, real surprised, when he did not die. He recovered and he became completely healthy, except for one thing. From that moment on, he was terrified to go on patrol. I'm sure he suspected his fear before he went back to work, but halfway through his shift, he had his partner take him back to the station, and he resigned. And it was the right thing to do. None of us held it against him. All of us realized he had a problem. So here was a friend of mine, a guy that all of us knew and trusted, a guy we'd been in many dangerous situations with, and a guy who was afraid to wear a police uniform. And by the way, last I heard, he was doing really well. The rest of us, meanwhile, had zero fear. We were young guys. We were in a division that had lots of action, and we loved it. We took chances that, when I look back now, were stupid, and we were stupid. In the middle were the guys who were more experienced. They understood the danger. They managed it. With coronavirus, irrational fear is hurtful, and so is spreading irrational fear. Ignoring the danger is stupid. I think the answer is somewhere in the middle. I hope everyone has a good day. From the Zumwalt Zone.
Showers will continue to spread in as we head into the afternoon and this evening. A few downpours cannot be ruled out as well. Look for those temperatures in the mid to upper 50s, even the lower 60s, and those showers will clear out as we head into tomorrow morning. Temperatures for tomorrow will be on the cooler side in the mid 50s, even the lower 60s at times. We are likely to see partly cloudy conditions move in. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the Leader Man. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Are we on?
Okay, it's time for our favorite show.
Good morning!
We are back.
We are back, baby.
We're back.
Don't gas.
You're about to call in sick.
I'm not sick.
Just working from home today.
Yeah, you and everybody else.
Yeah, but I'm doing it.
But naked. Show 3.
Like the fool I went and stayed too long. I'm wondering if your love's still strong. Ooh, baby, here I
Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM, WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sand Hills. It is time once again for Mornings with the Leader Man. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with the Colonel, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Hey, good morning, Moore County. Good morning, unfortunate Aberdeen, as the failing pilot refers to you. Hey, it's a little gloomy out there, much like a Democrat's outlook on life. So, you Democrats, stay home. We don't need to see you out and about anyway. And you hardy conservatives, you can still get out there. You can still play some golf. It's just a little drizzle. Get it in before the big rain hits, and get on over to Southern Angel Donuts for an apple fritter.
Yeah, and also if you're a biker, hit a Peloton. Get off my road.
Yeah, well, that isn't going to happen.
I had a jerk biker yesterday. They just painted a brand new bike lane at the Harris Teeter. Made just for them. So where does he ride? In the car lane. Then he wants to give me attitude when I go by. I don't take attitude from bikers. I don't know about you.
No, I don't either if they bother to say anything. Most of them don't.
Well, one stupid one did yesterday. He quickly shut up. All right, don't forget, of course, we're being heard and seen around the world on our live video stream. That's available to you right now at talk973.com. Top middle of the page is where the link's located. On the right-hand side of that page, in the upper right-hand corner, is our access to our 24-hour audio stream. Just click that icon that says Listen Live, and you're listening that quick. If you're on your mobile device, you can get to our video stream by using YouTube to fire up and put Mornings with the Leader Man in there. If you're on thanks, Napster. I said thanks, Napster. Thank you. POS Napster. Anyway, in the upper right-hand corner, if you want our audio stream only, you fire up one of your streaming apps, such as TuneIn, iTunes, or Streamer, and put WEEB in the search. It's that simple. Weather for us today here in the Sand Hills, cloudy with rain, high of 62 today and tonight, a low of 44. Tomorrow the rain tapers off in the morning, partly cloudy by afternoon, 58 for a high. Clear tomorrow night, 45. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, look for partly cloudy skies. Thursday it'll be 65, 69 Saturday, and 72 on Sunday. Right now around the Sand Hills, let's see, winds are from the north-northeast at 9, visibility 10 statute miles, pressure 2994, dew point 40, humidity 57. It says now partly sunny at 55 degrees. Here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Plus there is some light rain in the area, in certain areas. All right, 34 past the hour. The things we need to know today, so we do not run the possibility of sounding stupid. Ted Cruz and other senators warn Saudi Arabia to stop using oil in economic warfare against the U.S.
Okay.
Somebody got something against lower oil prices? I don't get it.
Well, you're putting a lot of people out of business here. That's the problem.
Let's see. Well, yeah, and they're also devaluing our product.
Yeah.
Maria Mercader, an Emmy Award-winning journalist at CBS, or is it Mercader?
Never heard of her. Don't know.
Anyway, she passed away from being infected with the coronavirus. Warner Brothers has decided to push back the release of Wonder Woman 1984 from June 5th to August 14th. Whole Foods workers say they will strike today because the Amazon subsidiary has failed to prioritize their safety during a period of record sales.
That's bad news.
The governor of Florida has issued a stay-at-home order for residents of the southern part of the state through mid-May, while down in Virginia, the governor there was saying stay at home until June 10th.
Yeah. My
That's a little excessive.
My buddies in Virginia are going nuts. What are you supposed to do till June?
Eventually, the economic pressures will push back.
Well,
people will say, with the shutting crap, we're going back to work.
This guy's a racist, and he's a murderer, child murderer, and he's still not getting enough pushback.
Did you say he was your buddy?
No, he's not my buddy.
Oh, you're talking about the governor?
Yeah, I'm talking about that governor.
Yeah,
he's a racist. He's a child murderer. He's a Democrat. I mean, that says it all right there. And he's just doing this stuff, and he's grinding Virginia into the ground.
Well, to fill the void, ESPN has started showing best of Monday Night Football games on Monday nights. Well, at least they can pick out the games that were exciting and not one-sided flop.
Yeah, there's at least two of them that are probably worth showing. The rest of them, I don't know. There's been some good Monday night games, I guess.
Opera singer Placido Domingo has been hospitalized in Mexico with the coronavirus.
Oh, dear.
Spain's Princess Maria Teresa has died from the coronavirus. She was 86. Prince Charles is now out of self-quarantine after testing positive for the virus. After the successful Facebook concert last week, Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood are going to put on a special concert tomorrow night at 9 on CBS. And in New York, a couple determined to get married stood out in the street as the minister conducted the ceremony from his fourth-story window.
Fourth-story window.
Yeah.
Okay.
Today's impossible question. There are almost 4,500 of these currently available. What is it?
4,500 of these currently available. I don't know.
Movies on Netflix.
Oh.
And almost 2,500 series.
That's all? I thought they had more than that.
Now, actually, the most are on Amazon.
Oh, yeah, but, well, there's so much of it is junk. I mean,
They say 4,500, you go, well, if it's any good, I've seen it.
Probably, yeah. The rest of it. There's some horrendous stuff. I've turned on a couple of those, gotten 5 minutes into them, and turned them off again. They're just awful.
Yeah, The Gentleman, I saw that one with Matthew McConaughey. And I won't get into the plot and all that because it's boring. And I was watching it with someone else, and they kind of liked it, and I was going, oh, no. Let me see.
Okay.
And when they went to the bathroom, I fast-forwarded it.
Yeah, hey, it's almost over.
It's one of those movies that just won't end.
Yeah, well, Matthew McConaughey hasn't been doing much good in the movie here lately.
He's too busy making stupid Ford commercials. Or Lincoln commercials.
Lincoln, yeah. Oh, yeah, they are. Well, you get
where he
paid.
sits in the back and goes,
blows
in his
hands.
cold hands.
Ice fishing, yeah. Well, that's what they do. People like it. What can I tell you?
From our Did You Know category, 22% of men don't know their significance of their favorite what?
Favorite color? I don't know.
Food.
Food. Oh.
And what's your wife's favorite food?
I wouldn't begin to guess. I mean, there's a restaurant that we go to and she gets the same thing every time. But, I don't know that that's her favorite food.
Well, it's probably in the running.
Yeah, but, I don't know. There's favorite food that you make at home and there's favorite food.
I have a favorite food I never can eat.
You go out to, when you go out to dinner, there's different things. I mean, I have an idea. She'd say something different just so I'd be wrong.
I'd say cheesecake.
Cheesecake, okay.
Can't ever eat it, but I sure do like it. 45% of women do put on makeup on their drive to work.
Oh, all right. Well, that's stupid.
During your lifetime, you'll spend 2.5 years doing this.
2.5 years doing this? Looking for your dirty socks. I don't know.
Cooking.
Cooking. Okay.
And over 3.5 years doing this.
Vacuuming the rug.
Eating it.
Eating it. Okay.
You'll eat about 35 tons of food, which is like 7 elephants.
Okay.
That's a lot of chicken. Around 27% of single men say they won't date a woman who has this.
Won't date a woman who has a tattoo on her forehead.
A twin.
A twin. Won't date a woman who has a twin?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I don't think I've ever known any twins.
I went out with one twin. She was too strange.
All right. Oh, yeah, I take that back. I have known, when I was in high school, there was a set of twins. They were fraternal twins, so they didn't look alike.
Right.
Okay, so, all right, I don't know.
25% of us have never been inside our next-door neighbor's house.
Yeah.
An analysis of studies reveals student performance can actually be influenced by the way a classroom is decorated in the classroom.
Oh, well, yeah, color and, that all has effect on your outlook and, your attention spans and things like that.
When a woman is feeling down, 47% of them will purchase this. Not a gigolo.
Chocolate.
Makeup.
Makeup, all right, okay.
And about half the population believes their hair is the most attractive feature.
All right, and they'd be wrong.
All right, it is 8:43. Now, writers, I don't know why, maybe the one that puts it together is out sick. But they didn't give me the testosterone and estrogen levels.
Oh, okay.
Test.
Too bad.
But they did put in the Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader test.
Great. That's what I want to.
So we can get our buzzer potentially ready for the colonel.
Hey, well, school's out, There's no school.
Well,
so
we're getting ready to learn anyway, online here.
All right.
All right. Are you smarter than a fifth grader? The following questions come from the standard fifth grade curriculum in the U.S. Answer 4 out of 5 correct, or you ain't got the sense of a fifth grader. What is the period called that follows the Middle Ages? Is it post-classical, the Industrial Age, or the Renaissance?
The Renaissance. The rebirth, yeah, Renaissance.
Ding!
Yeah.
All right, according to the Constitution, how old do you have to be to become President
35
of the United States?
That's the only one with an age. Well, no, it isn't, but it's 35 for the President.
Yeah, it's what, 27 for Congressman?
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. Yeah.
And a senator was...
I don't know.
32.
Back in the day, 35 was,
Today's 65.
aged. So, yeah.
What is the modern day country? In what modern day country was the ancient city of Babylon located?
Iraq. And I know that. Anybody knows that.
Was it Egypt, Iraq, or Turkey?
No, it was Iraq. It's at the confluence of the Tigris and what's the other river there?
I'm so sorry.
What?
I'm just kidding you.
Oh.
I got to play my buzzer once in a while. It was Iraq.
Euphrates, yeah. It just came to Euphrates and Tigris, where that's where Babylon.
Been fishing there, have you?
Yeah, no, I have not.
Who was Tom Sawyer's good friend. Well, Tom Sawyer wasn't a real character, so.
Well, but that's the novel everybody's supposed. I don't think they make you read it anymore because it's got inappropriate language. But Huckleberry Finn was his good buddy, and then what was the other guys? Jeez, I can't remember any of those names anymore. Aunt Polly and all of them.
All right, and finally, who was the president? You've already gotten the four, so.
Okay, I'm smarter than a fifth grader.
Yeah. Who was the president of the United States after Abe Lincoln was assassinated?
Johnson.
Andrew Johnson.
Andrew Johnson, yeah.
And bonus question here, where was Andrew Johnson born?
Oh, he was from Tennessee, wasn't he?
No.
He was a Southerner. I know that.
He was a Southerner.
I can't remember which one.
Yeah, he didn't stay there long, but he was born in Raleigh.
Oh, he was a North Carolinian? Okay.
His,
well, that explains why he wasn't a hard-over secessionist.
The house he was born in was right there at the entrance to North Carolina State for many, many years. And they finally moved it over on the street where it could have its peace, and you could go see. It was basically just two rooms, a room downstairs and a room upstairs.
They haven't torn it down yet? I figured they'd torn it down.
Who knows? It's been a while. Ever since they moved it, I couldn't find it again. I went in.
Was he a
many
slave
times
owner?
as a kid.
He was a slave owner, wasn't he, Andrew Johnson?
I don't know.
I have to read up on him. It's been a while.
A lot of them were, even if they didn't want to be, because they inherited the slaves from their parents.
Yeah,
and the law prohibited them from selling them or freeing them.
Yeah, Virginia in particular was very difficult to free a slave.
Yeah.
So, there was a lot. I know the Communist Democrats want to do away with Jefferson now as their party figurehead, but, he couldn't have reasonably allowed his slaves to go because Virginia state law at the time would have confiscated the slaves from him. And actually probably put him in jail if he had done that. So, yeah, there's a lot of background information you got to read through to see what the situation was.
All right, well, let's head on over and do our rim shots this morning. A Florida man was arrested for coughing on a deputy and claiming he had the coronavirus.
You're stupid.
The man is pled not guilty, saying he only coughed on the sheriff.
He didn't say he had the coronavirus. Yeah. Well, sometimes the cough comes on you and you have a minuscule amount of time to avert your head or whatever, but yeah, it sounds fishy there. He probably did it.
A symptom of coronavirus includes no taste, so if you are wearing jean shorts, you may have the coronavirus.
Yep.
In New York, the coronavirus is crippling the mafia. It's so bad, I heard one wise guy tell his partner, leave the colony, take the hand sanitizer.
Yeah. The cannoli, yeah.
Cannoli. It's hard.
That's a classic scene. And apparently it was an ad-lib, too, or whatever they call it in movies.
It's hard to give someone the kiss of death when you're wearing an N95 mask, And it turns out it's a lot easier for people to refuse an offer over FaceTime. Lady Gaga will delay the release of her album due to coronavirus. And Nickelback will delay the release of their album due to nobody's liking Nickelback. London is repainting Abbey Road during the coronavirus lockdown. It's part of the Beatles' refurbishment and also includes ironing Paul McCartney. Siri can now give coronavirus advice even though it's not a medical expert. The same goes for Dr. Phil. A New Zealand man turned his cul-de-sac into a movie theater for his neighborhood. It would have been a perfect evening if the first movie wasn't Outbreak. Conan O'Brien turned to TBS last night with Conan at Home. So great news if you were looking for TV programming that won't make you laugh. And Angus Young from AC/DC turned 65 today. He plans to spend the day the way he always does, dressing like bait in a pedophile sting. And members of ISIS have broken out in a prison in Syria. The U.S. is sending a battalion of troops over there immediately to cough on them. And Al Gore turned 72 today. Here's an inconvenient truth, Al. Nugget is fattening. And that's your rim shots for today.
Oh, dear.
Well, we got a few chuckles out of the Colonel today. So.
Well, I don't know. Coughing on people, I mean, this is serious enough that I'm not sure some of those jokes are appropriate. But,
all right, let's go and learn something.
It's time for
Random facts.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, random facts for today. It may be a spare if we're good. After George Washington's presidency was over, he opened up a whiskey distillery in Virginia, and it quickly became the biggest one in the country. After he died, he left it to his nephew, and it wound up burning down.
That's a disaster. That is a disaster.
There were Chryslers that had built-in record players from 1956 to 1958. They malfunctioned so often that Chrysler dropped them after a few years.
Record players?
Yeah. I know Elvis had one in his Cadillac.
Seems to me I remember reading about that, but yeah.
They folded up as part of the back seat of the passenger seats.
Yeah.
And anyway, 61.2% of Americans who fought in World War II were drafted.
Yes. Yep. Overwhelming majority.
Broccoli has almost twice as much vitamin C as oranges.
Broccoli does, yes.
Still not going to eat it.
Hey, you got your broccoli shirt on this morning. Why not? You're showing a little broccoli love. Come on. What's the matter with broccoli?
I eat emergency C. And astronauts can vote from space and not by absentee ballot. They vote on a computer that sends an encrypted message to the county clerk where they live. And that's your random fact for today.
An encrypted message to the county clerk. So, yeah, okay, all right, fine. I wonder how many times those astronauts have voted. Find out they voted about several thousand times in one election. Somebody hacking that.
Let's see. And we got time. Oh, I think we do. We're just going to do one little police thingy here.
Uh-oh.
We haven't done one in a while.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys.
All right, my friends, time once again to strap on that big old belt buckle of yours. Straight across the floor in his style to Duke John Wayne. Open up our closet doors, look at all 30 of our Liberty safes. And today we'll wander over to Liberty safe number 16. Open her up and let the good colonel reach in and grab his weapon of choice.
Hey, you got a big surprise for you here this morning, Steve, because Remington has turned over all their production to ventilators, medical ventilators. So you're gonna have to You're going to have to put your mask
Remington
on.
was a ventilator.
That's the wrong kind, though. It's the kind they use for the coronavirus.
Oh.
So, yeah, you're going to have to wear a mask and breathe deep.
All right, well, we'll throw a non-ventilator in our holster, pin on our badge, grab 5 cans of whoop ass. As we head now, we only need about 3 today. As we head out the door now, and relentless pursuit of some stupid criminal news. Stupid criminal news number 1: when you can't be around other humans, I guess this is how you improvise when you need some help. There's a 51-year-old guy from Lakewood, Washington, who got into a high-speed chase on Sunday in his 1996 Buick. Well, it's a Buick, so it already says slow. Old person driving. And as the cops were chasing him, they realized he wasn't driving. His pit bull was behind the wheel. Yes, really behind the wheel. The car was going over 100 miles per hour, and the guy wound up hitting 2 other cars before the police stopped him with spike strips. However, as far as we know, no one was hurt. The guy told the police he was teaching his dog how to drive, so the pit bull was in the driver's seat while the guy handled the wheel and gas pedal. Anyway, long story short, he was charged with DUI, reckless driving, hit and run, and felony eluding. Oh, and the dog is not facing any charges. And that's your stupid criminal news for this Tuesday.
You know, when I read that in the paper this morning, the headline was high-speed chase with a man teaching his dog how to drive, and I thought, oh man, I wonder if Steve's going to be at work this morning.
And so it goes for this Tuesday. Have yourself a great, safe day. We'll see you back bright and early tomorrow, 7 to 9, for a Hump Day Wednesday and an extended Zoom All Zone tomorrow also. Hey, don't forget to support all the mom and pop businesses you hear on our radio stations, because it's important that you support them and keep them going during these tough times. They're our neighbors, and we need to step up and support our local economy first, because the money will stay here, roll over, and help all of us, and we sure need it at this time. And don't forget, millions of Americans, they have fought and they have died to give and protect the freedoms that you get to enjoy today. So live today worthy of their and their family's sacrifice. I'm Steve Leader Adams, and the Leader Man and Nick and Colt the Dog will see you too this afternoon at the Wet Dog Park.